been more than enough times I have smelled stuff that I do not need to smell.
All these voices in my head, love the feeling when I count it, love that check.
Hey guys, it's Kiki. I'm back with another video. Am I the only one that's been looking homeless for the past few weeks? I have been just not wearing makeup, not brushing my hair, not changing out of pajamas. So it feels actually really good to be in front of the camera today. In today's video, we're talking about feminine hygiene. Okay, we're talking about the poom pom. We're talking about girly, feminine stuff. If you're a guy and you watch my channel, I'm gonna go ahead and let you just click off. Okay, you can watch the next video. This video's for the girls. You know how on TikToks they'll be like, if you're not a girl, keep scrolling. That's this right now. If you're not a girl, keep scrolling. You don't need to be watching this. This is not your business. So I have been seeing a ton of feminine hygiene videos on YouTube. I don't know why, but to me those videos are so interesting to watch because, for one, I feel like we don't have these like necessary feminine hygiene conversations all the time with our moms or with our big sisters, just because it's so awkward. Our mom doesn't want to bring it up, we don't want to bring it up, no one wants to bring it up. It's just awkward. Okay, like some people do, but talking to one of my best friends, like some tips that I thought everyone knew, she's like, no one ever talked to her about it, her mom never talked to her about it. I feel like these videos are interesting to just have an open dialogue. Another reason why these videos are interesting, at least to me, is just because people don't talk about it in general. So I'd be over here nosy, like, what is this doing? What is, oh, okay, I might have to try that. So the stuff I'm saying is just from my personal experience, and I'm gonna be super open. So nobody judge me, okay? Nobody be in the comments like, ooh girl, I couldn't be me. Also, you have some amazing feminine hygiene tips. Help us out, because at the end of the day, we need to be fresh, okay? I don't need anybody coming in the bathroom behind you and about to pass out from the smell, because I've been in that situation, y'all. I've lived in dorms with girls where 40 of us shared the same bathrooms. Okay, so there's been more than enough times I have smelled stuff that I do not need to smell. Again, I'm not a doctor. This is just stuff I learned in my personal life. Just take everything I say with a grain of salt. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. We're on the road to 10K. So let's get into the tips. Okay, so the first tip that I have, if you're prone to getting like urinary tract infections or yeast infections, there's these pills that I like to take. I know a lot of people in these types of videos will say stuff like, your vaginal health starts from the inside. If you're drinking water, if you're doing this, you're doing that, if you're eating pineapples, then you'll be amazing. But like for me, like this is not a diet video. Like I feel like that's a completely different thing. Like you can't just tell someone to change their complete lifestyle for that one thing. Like there's so many other benefits of eating healthy, eating clean. The point of this video, like we all know we need to get healthy. But what I do, if you're prone to like getting a urinary tract infection or a yeast infection, is I actually take these pills. And they're by the brand Azo. These pills are a lifesaver, okay? And now for one, like these pills don't substitute going to a doctor. Like if you're really out of control and your infection is crazy, then you need to see a medical professional. But at least for me, like if I ever start to feel like weird down there, I take these pills, and it, like for me personally, if I catch it early enough, it clears up immediately. So the two that I use and I literally always have are the cranberry, and the cranberry are for urinary tract health. I don't have the box, that I'll add a picture on the screen, but as you can see, like I take them all the time. Like I have 2 packs. I just found these. I definitely don't take them every day because I don't want to be dependent on them. But like I said, if I ever start to feel weird or whatever, that's kind of a way to cleanse yourself from the inside. I know there's a ton of different brands that sell like cranberry pills, but for me, y'all, like these Azo pills be working. Like I don't know what they put in the Azo pills, and I don't know if it's because literally on the thing it says like urinary tract health, and that is why, but the Azo pills work for me. Like if you don't want to spend for Azo, because I think a pack of Azo is like maybe $10, but you could also get like generic cranberry pills from like Walmart for like $4. So if you don't want to spend for Azo, you can just get regular cranberry pills. For me, the Azos do what they need to do. And another thing for me, I've noticed when I take Azo pills and then my monthly cycle comes, I do not have cramps like that, y'all. Like, I don't know what is in these pills that just cleanses my cramps, but if I'm taking the azo pills like the week before my period, like, I'm cramp free. Now, mind you, I'm a type of person where I generally have pretty mild cramps. If anything, I just cramp the first and second day. My sister is the type where, like, she cramps like all 7 days. She's in pain. She cannot leave her bed. She cannot be at work. She could not be in school when we were younger. So if you're at that level, I don't know if it'll help you, but if you like naturally already have mild cramps, they help me. And even if you have severe cramps, they might help make them a little less severe. But when I take these, I have no cramps. I also use the yeast infection pills. I don't have any with me right now because, you know, Corona. I'm not currently in a situation where I need them, but whenever I do feel like I need them, I normally combine both because I feel like you never know. Is it a yeast infection? Is it a UTI? You truly never know. So whenever I start to feel weird down there, I just take both, and then normally the problem subsides. Also, the yeast infection azos are really good if you are taking antibiotics, because antibiotics kill bacteria in your body and it can make you more likely to get a yeast infection. But if you take the azo pills, then it basically helps add that good bacteria, so you're less likely to get a yeast infection. Me and my sister both use azo faithfully. We both put each other on. I started using the cranberry. She used the yeast ones. But I don't take them every day, but I always have them because I feel like that's just a staple. This whole segment now is going to be about underwear, okay? Because the underwear you wear is directly correlated to your health. Like, you can't just be wearing any type of underwear. So first, you need to throw out your old underwear, y'all. I don't know if you needed a sign. This is your sign. Throw out your old underwear, please and thank you. You know me, there was a point when I was in college and I hated doing laundry because I had to like go to the laundromat to do my laundry. So I would like try and accumulate as many pairs of underwear as possible. And I was like, okay, if I have 40 pairs of underwear, I only have to wash clothes every 40 days, which is so problematic. You cannot hold on to underwear for years. If any of your underwear has like even a faint smell, there could still be some bacteria in it. And this tip actually comes from one of my friends. She was having the worst issues. Like, she kept having like discharge and stuff. And she like finally just went through her underwear, cleaned out everything old, bought some new underwear, and it went away immediately. I'm not gonna say, oh, throw it out after a year. It really depends on how often you're wearing it, and if you have discharge when you're wearing it. Everyone has different situations, but you just need to make sure that you are throwing out old underwear, y'all. It's not cool. I know we like to have our period underwear, but no. Victoria's Secret, whenever they have that 10 for 35 or whatever, you need to be on it at least twice a year. 10 for 35, we can do this for our health. On that same track, it's also really useful to wash your underwear separately, because a lot of times we have these huge loads of clothes, especially like I mentioned, if you don't have like laundry in your house, you're just trying to get the clothes washed as quickly as possible. But a lot of times your underwear is not getting properly cleaned, especially in some of the older washing machines. So just to make sure your underwear is crisp, pristine, as clean as possible, I would recommend washing it separately from the rest of your clothes. Also, when it comes to underwear, you need to wear loose fitted underwear. When I'm saying this, I'm saying when you're at home, right? So if you decide you're gonna go out, you can do what you want. You gotta pop out, I get it, okay? You're going out, you gotta pop out. But like on a general basis, you should not be wearing tight stuff. Like tight underwear is a no. Lace is something you should definitely avoid. If anything, shoot for cotton underwear. And like I said, I get like you're not gonna wear it like every single time, but like as much as you can do these things, it's definitely helpful to your overall health. The next tip, this is something, y'all, that if I didn't know anything else about feminine hygiene, this is what I knew. If you didn't take anything from this video, if you're out here still wilding, wearing old underwear, you know, wearing lace tight, you know, every day, all day, you know, not taking your azo pills. When you're using the restroom, y'all, you have to wipe front to back. If you even try and go the other way, it's bad news. You're gonna need to get on the azo pills immediately, and you might need to be on a doctor's appointment shortly. Please wipe front to back. It really, really helps you. Another thing that I do, and this is kind of weird, we're in like a toilet paper shortage. But so if I'm ever in a public place and I use the restroom, there's like toilet paper already kind of rolled off. I always tear off that piece of toilet paper and throw it in the toilet. and then take a fresh piece of toilet paper. I never just use toilet paper that's just been sitting out in a public restroom. Someone could have touched it. I don't know where their hands have been. So whenever I see toilet paper rolled off, I always tear off like that first couple pieces, throw it in the toilet, and then just get fresh rolls. Obviously at home it's different. It's your home environment. You know who's touching it, and it shouldn't be as contaminated. But if you're out in public, I really recommend pulling off that first piece of toilet paper. Let's talk about showering. Showering it's basically the only way you're gonna keep anything smelling good. Like, you need to shower. So first, you need to be bathing daily. We'll start there, okay? Please, for the sake of everyone, bathe daily. So I use a loofah in the shower, and I know some people use like rags. So for one, if you're using a loofah, you need to make sure you're throwing out your loofah every once in a while. I think it's like every 30 days is what they recommend. So if you're using rags and you're reusing rags, like, don't reuse the rag. Just use a clean rag every single time. At least me, I only wash with water. A lot of times they'll sell like feminine products. Like, I know Summer's Eve is huge, and I know Honey Pot is a company we all want to try. We see Honey Pot, we're rooting for Honey Pot. But at the end of the day, for one, a lot of the sensitive washes are horrible for you. Like, I have used those sensitive washes before, and when I stopped using it, it's like everything got 100% better. So literally only clean that area out with water. That's all I do. Just clean it out, splash the water, you know, get all the water, and that's all you need, and you're saving money. And if you ask anyone, I'm sure if you asked your doctor, they would tell you to not use any type of feminine wash down there. It's honestly a scam, and it's something we should not be using. It's super, super important to keep your poom poom dry, okay? It needs to be as dry as possible. When it's like overly wet, that's when bacteria starts to grow, and that's when you start to get infected and feel weird. So whenever you're getting out the shower, make sure that you're taking the time, because I know me, y'all, I'm always in a rush. I'm always on the go somewhere. I mean, not now, but in general. It's really, really important to take the time to like fully dry down and make sure your entire body, especially that area, is dry when you're getting out of the shower, because a lot of times you can just wipe really quickly and it will still be moist, and that's a breeding ground for bacteria. So those were some of my feminine hygiene tips, guys. Also, let me know what your tips are in the comments, because I'm always looking for a way to improve my feminine hygiene. I think, like I said, it's something we just don't talk about. So I really want to talk about it. We can all be healthy. Again, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. Turn on your post notifications, and I'll see you in my next video.